Hey, what's up? My name's Tharon Shetty. Welcome. We are in my apartment. Another beautiful Sunday. Normally, I do these videos on Monday and Thursday, but I thought I would do one on Sunday because why not? I'm an outlier. This has been probably one of the most stressful months of my life, and I can't even talk about what I'm doing too much. But I will say that I did kind of test for a network to be a host person, and it was not good. It was not good. The note they said to me was, "Can you not be a host? All your training all your host stuff you do, don't do that." And I was like, anyways, that's neither here or there. But I did learn a valuable lesson, and I think performers and actors learn from this is you have to kind of do things sometimes and totally let it go, like not even think about it. And I still struggle to this day, whether it's auditions, relationships, things I've said, done, like, being in the moment is so important, and it can just be a life game changer. And, I struggle with that constantly still in my own personal life, and that's normal. So that's my shit that I have to deal with, and maybe one day I'll get over it, but until the day happens, I'm just going to keep making videos. But I thought I would talk about today therapy, because I've been to therapy, and I think a lot of people go see a therapist, right? It's like a commonplace thing. Like, I listen to Howard Stern. I think he goes and sees a therapist sometimes, and he's been an advocate of it for years and years, and it's helped him out a lot. So I'll tell you about the times I saw a therapist. My first time was about 10, 11 years ago, after my first real relationship. Like, she pieced out, as she probably should have. And I was just a mess. So I decided to see a therapist, and I don't know anything about it. But my friend was like, "Dude, I got this lady. She's awesome. You gotta go talk to her." So I would drive to Sherman Oaks, which is like 25 minutes from my house. And she was like a motherly type. And I didn't know anything about therapy. I would just walk in there. She'd walk in. There's like a bottle of water there. And then she would ask me questions. Like, she was like my friend. I guess she was my friend. But I was very suspicious because that's who I was at the time. I was like, why is this girl trying to peer into my head, even though I was there for therapy? And everything kind of traced always back to my family and upbringing and stuff. So I don't know. I kind of got sick of the drive. That's really the impetus of why I stopped going. I was like, man, I'm driving way too much to see this lady twice a week. And also, it wasn't covered by my insurance, so I was paying like money out of my pocket. I was like, you know what? I can deal with this on my own. I'm a big boy. So I decided to peace out, I think, after 5 or 6 months. And that was it. And I'm glad I actually quit that, because it did force me to learn how to get over relationships and how to be self-sufficient. And then the next time I saw a therapist maybe 3 years ago. It was after my last job. I had like a real job, and they kind of fired me / quit. Like, it's one of those soft firings where you go in and they sit you down, and my boss was like, we're paying you a lot more money than what you're making. I'm like, oh, really? That's interesting. So I kind of was like, all right, I guess I'll leave. And like, okay, great, we're done. So that job ended, and then my girlfriend, that ended, and whatever. I felt like my whole life was like just collapsing. Like, you feel like you have these substantial things in your life, then all of a sudden they just disappear. And for me, that's really hard sometimes. So I was kind of spinning, and I decided to go see another therapist. And this time I called my network. I was like, I'm not going to pay some inordinate fee for this. And it was some dude in Westwood. He was a cool guy, but definitely did not enjoy going there. I felt like he was trying to break me. Maybe I was being judgmental here, but because at this point now, I've done so much meditation stuff and whatever, that I'm not emotionally visible. Like, I'm not gonna act out, cry, yell, scream. So I think he thought I was holding back sometimes, and I I really wasn't. I was just like, dude, this is just who I am. Like, I am trouble, but like, I'm not that type of person. So I stopped seeing him after three months. By the way, if you ever want free bottled water, go see a therapist, because I think they all give you water, so you can just stock up at home. There's have cases of water, so if you're thirsty, it's definitely the way to go. So I did that, and I still felt like I was like, okay, this is still bugging me. Like, life is bugging me. So I'm trying to remember the exact name of this, but like people who are like super attached to things and can't let go. I was like, maybe I have that problem because I've got attachment issues with certain things and people. So I found this group, and they've like, it was like 8 people in like a high school. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to talk about this, but who cares? So it was 8 people in like it was like an AA meeting essentially that you envision. And I walk in there and do like a little, do like an introductory, code or whatever they say aloud to each other, and then you share about yourself. And man, I thought I had attachment issues, but these people in the group, man, they were like, people were like, dude, I can't stop thinking of my girlfriend from 20 years ago. I got pictures of her on my wall. I'm like, what the hell? Dude, you need help. But then I'm there too, so I guess I need help too. But I was just like kind of weirded out by the whole thing, and then like at the end you like all hold hands and like sing or say another chant, and I was like, this is weird, too weird for me. And they gave me this coin, which I don't have. It's like a coin that has like their motto on it. It's like a silver coin, like a gambling coin. And I lasted for that 2 sessions. So my point to this, I don't know what the point of this is. I'm just telling you my experiences. But I do think therapy is good. I do think you can get a lot out of it. I think there is some benefits to it. People live and die by it. I get scared that whenever I hear about it, and there's no end point, because like, for example, Howard Stern, he's been going for years and years. Like, is there an actual cure to therapy? Like, I see the benefit as you have someone you can talk to. Like, it's someone you can express yourself to. We're human beings. Like, whenever I'm writing too much or I'm in my apartment too much, I know my brain is starting to play tricks on me, because no human being should have no social contact for like weeks and weeks at a time, which is what I do sometimes, right? Aside from going to the coffee shop. So I'll be like, dude, I gotta go outside. I gotta go talk to people. And I think for me, the therapy thing was a way to break that cycle. I was like, all right, I'm gonna talk to someone on a set time, set date, and anything goes. And it did make me feel a little bit better, I'll be honest with you. But I found that same value in my good friends. I've got 2 or 3 of those. If they're still around, who knows? But I think a good friend does the job just as well. Someone who's not going to judge you, someone who's going to listen to you. And I'm really lucky that I've had, those through the years. They've come and gone, but I think having friendships is also important. I'm just going to tell you what I do now for problems. Like, I also like to write a lot. Like, this is going to sound crazy. Like, I ran out of journal space. Like, I've got journals and journals. All these things are journals back there, like 11 journals. But I ran out of journals this month, so I've just been writing on scraps of paper around my house. It looks like the house of a lunatic. There's like paper everywhere with like notes. Like, if something were to happen to me and they like go to my apartment, like detectives would be like, this guy was a sociopath. But writing for me, I don't know why, it's like another thing where I can kind of just express myself on a visceral level where I can just, have no judgment again. I think everything comes down for me, no judgment, where you can express yourself freely, and vice versa, where I'm not judging other people. I mean, I feel like that makes me a better person. So, let's wrap this up. So, therapy, I think it's good. I think it's something to look into. If you have troubles, I would definitely don't kill yourself. This got really dark, but I would not look into suicide. Suicide is not the way out, but therapy is an option. And just from my experience with 2 therapists, which isn't a lot at all, like, I've noticed that there's a huge difference in the people you meet. So if you don't like a therapist, there might be another person who's more aligned to who you are, and that might help you a lot. So maybe I didn't give it a long enough shot. Maybe I should have stuck around longer for like at least a year. But for me, I'm like that. I get really impatient, and if I don't like something, I'm just out. In terms of the counseling groups, dude, you're on your own there. I mean, if you're an alcoholic, I heard those help, but the attachment thing was not for me. Like, my friend went to like a sex addiction thing once, and he was like, it was ridiculous. Like, he goes, I thought I just jerked off too much, but he was like, people there are like obsessed. So that's like another level, and I think you have that problem. And look, I think life's all about attacking problems. If you have something, you have to take care of it. You can't let it fester and grow, because that stuff will lead to other problems, and you want to really nip it in the bud early. But I'm not a doctor, so live your own life. I don't care. Guys, thanks. Hope you got something out of this. Probably not, but enjoy your week anyways. I'm with you. Take care.